From modern pompadours to extreme updos, there's nothing shy about the exaggerated body seen on the runways. Extreme lift and body for a bold style is at the height of fashion this season. Jean-Paul Gaultier never fails to put on a show, and Guido matched that energy with the hairstyle he created. It was all about a do, a hairstyle with a strong presence that pushed boundaries.
I don't know what you call it, but she's got a big kind of chignon, but with these waves and through, a bit messy on the top. And even though it looks very complicated, it's quite easy. I mean, we used a pad in there. That's not all our own hair, like a donut, we call them. So that's placed in there, and the hair's placed over it, and then there's a classic chignon at the back here. And we've left this gap so it's in two parts. You know, other shows you've seen me do this sort of thing, I've joined them together, but we're leaving this gap. We're not seeing the kind of volume that you're used to seeing, where it's volume and down. And we're seeing volume in hair shapes, do you know what I mean? That means sort of like things like this that are actually more sculptural, do you know what I mean? But they do have volume in them. We've been seeing more hairdos than we have for a long time. So that's been the sort of fun part of the shows. And I just think it's just a mood in the air, and I think people thought maybe there would be a downturn, things would be less sort of like glamorous, but I think people want to see things that uplift them and make them feel good. And when you see something like this, you're kind of, wow, and maybe that inspires people to want to go out and buy something maybe, or go and get their hair done or something, hopefully.
Well, now let's see what Guido has in mind for the Polini Runway Show. A tough woman ruled the runway this season at Polini. Inspired by the 50s, Guido used volume and height with slight disheveledness to create that bad girl look.
We're doing like a rocker girl that's got like a punky hairdo, kind of 50s inspired, so you get the quiff at the front and the French twist at the back, but I'm making it quite rough and pulling bits out, so they're kind of bad girls, you know what I mean? Tough bad girls, not romantic at all. So I'm using Rootful, which is a root lifting spray, drying that off, pushing the roots up though, so I'm lifting the roots away from the head of hair, and this product really helps to hold that there and give me that support I need, where I'm going in to sort of back brush it. I've got that root lift already from the product, and then I'm pushing into a roll in the front and then a French twist at the back. And then again, as I've said a lot this season, we're using quick dry hairspray to really spray it in to give me another texture, pull bits out, but it really holds it firm. You know, I'm putting a lot of volume in the front, as I say, because it's a fashion show, to make an impact. But this can be varied to each client, you know, but every woman suits a little bit of volume. Do you know what I mean? It softens the face, it's very flattering, especially if you pull bits out.
Iconic brand Louis Vuitton always delivers a showstopper, and Guido completes the look. Let's check out this season. Guido created height in fashion at the Louis Vuitton show with a variety of very French, feminine, and sexy updos that were not only suitable for the catwalk, but also complementary to any woman's look.
We're at the Louis Vuitton show, and it's exciting that this is a big show. I've got 65 girls to do, a bit like Mark, but this is a much softer look, much more like French, coquettish, pretty, sexy kind of girl. They're all updos. There may be 3 or 4 different styles, like a top knot, a French twist, a Gibson girl, which is kind of like a top knot, which is swirled around, a little bit more volume, and they're going to have like little bows in their hair. So it's all quite girly, quite French, very flirty. A lot of the updos we've seen this season have been quite hard, quite structured. This is much more playful, much more loose, and something that clients would really sort of, I think, be very happy to wear. To see the volume is quite surprising, but before, women always wore volume because it's quite flattering. It's kind of va-va-voom. Do you know what I mean? It's giving you a big impact volume.
Find out what essential products and key techniques Guido used to create height in fashion. Here it is, a quick step-by-step with Fashion Cut number 2.
We're going to put it up, so we need some guts in the hair. So I always use a thickening lotion first. Then we're using a large barrel curling iron, and we're using like a roller just to create some smoothness and a little bit of like bend. So when pieces fall out, it's like softer. So tonging it, then I'm going to brush it through and then put it up in all the different hairstyles. And then I'm going to fix it with some quick dry hairspray just to give a bit of hold. I'm going to pull tendrils out so it's very sexy, very flirty and very girly.